All my people out there who are fans of hip hop, I want to talk about something that's going on right now in the hip hop community, and that's RICOs. And RICOs are Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organizations Act. And basically what it is it's a way for states and the federal government to charge organizations for collective crimes. So, for example, like I said in my other video, it was designed to take the mafia down, because as we know, the mafia was a complex criminal organization that had so many different layers of leadership, and it was difficult to get the leaders because they were so insulated and they didn't actually commit crimes. They actually owned legitimate businesses, legitimate companies. Like Paul Castellano, the boss of the Gambino family, he actually had the largest chicken company in New York. And he had one of the largest construction companies in New York. But he was making money from drugs, car thefts, labor racketeering, and things like that from his foot soldiers. But it was difficult to actually say, oh, Paul Castellano is benefiting from these crimes because he wasn't committing the crime. So they created RICO in 1970 to deal with that issue. And Paul Castellano, before he actually got murdered by John Gotti, he was facing like 3 RICOs. One was for one of his captains, Roy DeMeo, had a car theft ring where he was stealing luxury cars and sending them off to the Middle East. So he got charged for that, for being the boss and profiting off that. John Gotti and his friend Angelo Ruggiero got caught for selling heroin, and Paul Castellano was about to get charged with that because he was accepting the money from that. He wasn't selling the drugs, but he was accepting the money. So that's basically what RICO is. It's a way to wrap up the whole organization. And even if you didn't do even if you're a part of the organization and you didn't do the murder or the drug dealing, let's just say you were a driver or you didn't do any crimes, but you're still a part of that clique, you still get charged for what they did. And see, street gangs can't match up with the RICO because they're pretty much stupid. You know, the mafia, when you became a made man or even associate, they would tell you, do not admit to being a mafia member. Keep that secret. If you don't do that, we'll kill you. Street gangs love to rep their gangs. They love to put even the rappers now, they put their gang name in their rap name. It'll be like ABG such and such, CBD name, DGB name, 4PH name. You know, they'll put the name. They're like it's crazy. Like, they're letting you know, oh, I'm a member of this gang. They even put their block or their street in their social media handle, such and such 064, such and such 065. And that's the trend right now in hip hop. Cliques, gangs, organizations. You never really see rappers who are just singular rappers who don't belong to any crew. You know, they you know, like back in the 90s, yeah, you had the Wu-Tang Clan and stuff like that, but these were rap groups. These weren't like street organizations. So it went from like the Wu-Tang Clans to like YSL, you know, Young Thug's label, which is a label and a gang and a street gang. And he just got hit with the RICO, and he has several murders that he has to fight. So that's where we are in hip hop. And let's talk about FBG Duck was a rapper in Chicago who was killed by O-Block. The feds charged O-Block, and in the paperwork it says this: promoting and enhancing the enterprise and its members and associates' activities, including by publicly claiming responsibility for acts of violence committed by the enterprise and taunting rival gang members, increasing the status of the enterprise through the use of social media platforms and music. On or about August 20th in Chicago, these are the guys from O-Block. These defendants herein for the purpose of maintaining an increasing position in O-Block as an enterprise engaged in racketeering activity. They knowingly committed the murder of FBG Duck in violation of the RICO of Illinois. And this is something that the feds and local states are going to start doing more. See, the federal government has their RICO, and local states have their RICO. With the federal government, 7 years has to go by. So if you didn't commit a crime in 7 years with that organization, you can't be tied to their RICO. But they have a 7-year grace period before they can before the statute of limitations come into play. So they can start the investigation in 2010 and end it in 2018, and they got plenty of time to collect evidence, record you, take pictures, take video, get snitches, do controlled buys, and all of that type of stuff. I don't know about states. Each state has their own time period. Like Georgia might have a 10-year period. Virginia might have a 9-year period. But with the federal government, it's 7 years. States, it might be longer. So that's a lot of time for them to build evidence. That's why when RICOs come out, it'll say, like if a RICO came out in 2020, they'll say, we've been investigating them since 2010, you know? And because these rappers are starting to bang these gangs more than they used to, they're starting to click bang and gang bang more than they used to. They're making it so easy for the feds and local states to do these RICOs, because okay, a rapper comes out, he's not just a singular rapper who's by himself. Everybody knows, all the fans know, oh, he's a rapper and he's a part of this gang, and they actually are on this street in this city. That's a criminal organization. So when that rapper rises up and becomes rich, and if he's still associating with his old friends, and if he becomes rich and he's buying guns for the hood, investing in the hood for criminal activity and stuff like that, he's going to get wrapped up in a RICO. So all of these rappers and these young cats in the streets, what they're doing is they're making it easy to get hit up in that RICO. Like I said, they got years and years to investigate you. So a rapper comes out, he becomes famous, he becomes rich, he goes viral, he's a part of this particular clique. He has that clique's name in his social media handle. He's constantly screaming out his clique, his gang. All the detectives, they're just gathering evidence. When you go on social media, you see all of his friends. You see everybody who's in the gang. You go to their social media pages, and they're talking about who they have beef with. They're talking about who their enemies are. So basically, the RICO is going to be something that we're going to start seeing a lot of. Even in Georgia, the prosecutors who got Young Thug said, yeah, we got more RICOs coming out. You know, so like I said, the RICO, they have years and years. They don't have to get you today. They're playing the long game. And as long as these rappers are continually repping these sets, repping these gangs, putting their gang names in their social media name, and repping these gangs in music videos and in their posts, they're just setting themselves up to get hit with that RICO. Because one thing about the RICO, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Because like I said, you're getting charged, even if you didn't do what they did, you still get charged for what they did because you're part of that same criminal organization. And because you're part of the same criminal organization, everybody is benefiting from the crimes. You are benefiting from the crimes that he did. Even though you didn't kill anybody, your friend killed somebody. Therefore, you're benefiting from that because you're part of the organization. So it's not about what you did as an individual. It's about what you did as a whole in connection with your crew. So if you are going to be a criminal, you should be a criminal by yourself. That way, if you get in trouble, you're only getting charged for what you did, not with what the whole organization did. So it's like the hip-hop, the record labels are influencing and encouraging these new rappers to bring their clique along, bring their gang along. Yeah, you can be YFN Lucci, you can be YSL Young Thug. Yeah, just keep that in your name. And that's just setting them up for the RICO. So kids, stop putting your gang name in your social media handle. Stop repping your gang in music videos. Be an individual, because once you start grouping up, you're setting yourself up for that RICO.